We're back. One more cup to go. Load. 150cc. We're gonna finish things off with Mario. Seeing as though it's Mario Kart. Not the one manual. We're on to Lightning Cup. Mario Circuit, Peach Gardens, DK Mountain, and Bowser's Castle. I do like this cup. There's some great tracks in it. Now, in the last video I was talking about collecting. About seeing some retro games over the counter. There really is one thing. Well, no, it looks as though he's looking right. Here we go. There is one thing you always got to remember. If you are a collector of old retro games and what have you, go into a shop where you think there's going to be some retro games, always ask, even if they're not there, if you can't see them, always ask about them. Ask if they've got any at all in the back. If you see a box of them behind the counter, ask about them. Ask if they're for sale yet, or at least declare your interest. Oh, that way you've got a good chance of getting some deals. You've got a good chance. Oh no, lightning cloud. Don't want this. Don't want this. Daisy, thank you. Yeah. We've got a lightning cloud in the end, I don't know. Oh, where was I? Oh yes. Declare interest, get some deals hopefully going. And if people know you collect the retro stuff, then they might bring more retro stuff in, especially if you keep going back. You know? So you never know, some of these shops, they may not know what they have in their possessions. They may have some rare games. I mean, who's to say they don't? They may have some rare stuff in there, and they may be selling it on the cheap, not knowing what they've got in their hands. So it's always good to ask. Maybe you'll find, who knows, collector's editions? Complete boxes with manuals? Who knows? Who knows? I must make sure to ask next time and have a massive rummage. And take monies. Must have monies. Anyways, just being very quiet there. I don't know why. I was just like thinking of that box of retro goodness again, and I was just like mesmerised by my own thoughts. Thinking, I want Fighting Street, but I can't. Don't know why nobody's ever really made a TV show on this video game collecting malarkey. Someone should. But then again, if you want something like TV standard, watch the Game Chasers on YouTube. Like interview each other. It's great. And they get some good deals. They get a lot of good games. Game Chasers are awesome. Just a shame the Retro Hunters stopped doing their videos really. I liked the Retro Hunters. They were fun. The $5 challenges for each other. Yeah. Oh come on, not me. Just a shame there's no really anywhere around here that I can do any of that sort of stuff. Oh well. I'll be doing some game hunting at the expo anyway. I mean, I won't be filming any of it, but I'll be game hunting at the expo. Seeing what I can get. Just a shame the whole car boot sale things are coming to an end as well. I like car boot sales. I rarely ever get to go to one though. I mean, last one I went to, because I did a pickups video on it, I did get a Sega Game Gear and a boxed copy of Donald Duck in the Lucky Dime Caper for £30. Admittedly, I felt a bit ripped off by that, but I looked online on like an Amazon before for a Sega Game Gear, see how much it costs, and the going price was always £30. I can never really find a Game Gear console itself that was less for £30. So in the end I feel as though I probably got a good deal there. And a Game Gear plus the console, can't go, well, plus the box game, can't go too wrong. The only slight problem with it was the scratch on the screen, but when you play your games it doesn't actually show up all that much. Otherwise the picture and the music all works. Thankfully I have a charger that fits it, so I don't have to buy batteries as well. Haha. But as I said, I've only got two. As I said before, I've only got two Game Gear games. That Donald Duck one and a Sonic one. You'll see which Sonic one in the Sonic Project update coming in December, which I should talk about now. I haven't updated the Sonic Project videos as much as I said I was going to, but I will do the Sonic Project update again like I did last December and the year before in October. The Sonic Project video will happen, showing how much my Sonic Project has grown. So I was looking at them just last night as well, my previous two Sonic Project videos. The first one, I honestly thought at the time I had a pretty good Sonic collection. But when I look back at it now, there's not really all that much there. And then when I look at last year's one, I could barely fit it all on my desk. I did get a good few Sonic games last year. I did do well last year, right. This didn't work in Double Dash, but bloody hell it's working now. Sod you and your stuffs. I can make it work for me here. Anywho. This year's Sonic Project, I think it will look pretty good, personally. I'm going to have to make another bit of more room on my desk and try and rearrange things. Like, if I can, probably just have all the Mega Drive games right at the back. So I haven't got as many Sonic games as I was hopeful, because this year so far I've got 5 new Sonic games. I did hope by now I would have perhaps had 1 or 2 more, but you know, 5's not too bad still. Even if the first one I did was bought on January 1st, which I did an update video on. But yeah, 5's still alright. It's a decent amount to have. And within that 5 I have completed my Wii Sonic the Hedgehog collection. I've got the Sonic games on the Wii as well as on the GameCube. So hooray for me. Couple Mega Drive, Master System, Game Gear. Hoping to get at least one more before the year is out for the collection. Because that way next year I can start concentrating on getting the more CD-based Sonic games like Sonic Jam and Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. And Sonic Genesis on the Game Boy Advance, which I did say I was going to get this year, but have I got it this year? Have I hell? Of course I haven't got it this year. And Explode to finish. I really do need to get Sonic Genesis. And I will get Sonic Genesis next year, I swear to God. But the prices of it is ridiculous. On Amazon you have to pay about 20 quid. 20 quid for a crappy Sonic game on the Game Boy Advance. I mean, that is just dreadful. It's full of glitches, it's full of bugs, and I have to pay 20 quid for it. I don't think so. So I'm waiting for the price to go down. Well, we'll get it at some point next year, because the price will go down eventually. I'm sure someone will take sense and sell it cheaper. Because I don't use eBay, so that's for the most part out of the question. I don't even think they're cheap on there either, no. I could buy from the American one because they're relatively cheap on there, but I don't want to hassle with that. Well, the American Amazon, that is. So at some point next year I'll get purchased a long bloody last. Another bad game to add to the collection. Probably, I don't know if I'll buy Sonic 3D Flicky's Island on January 1st. If I can't find Sonic 3D Flicky's Island on January, well, in the Expo I mean, then chances are, come January 1st, that would be one of the games I would consider buying. As well as possibly Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, as long as I can find it cased. And either that Sonic compilation cart. Why are you always going for me? I probably might get one of those games on January 1st if I can't find them at the Expo. Otherwise, what do you hit me with? I'll look at possibly getting Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast or Sonic Jam, I suppose. You get them really cheap now, surprisingly. I was quite surprised how cheap you can actually buy them on Amazon. They're not all that expensive, and they do come with a case and everything. Even though I don't own the consoles. So, yeah. And it is a little disappointing on my end, I suppose, that I don't actually own a Dreamcast right now. Hey, crashed right into the back of me. Because I did say at the start of the year I was going to buy a Dreamcast. I was actually going to buy a Dreamcast this year. I was actually going to get one last year. But as of right now, I do not own a Dreamcast, and Rosalina's quite far ahead. I'm still Dreamcastless, unfortunately. Will I get one next year? Possibly. Not guaranteed, but I possibly may get one next year. You know, might as well. I mean, there's a lot of good games on the Dreamcast I can play. And that way I can possibly play Sonic Shuffle. It all depends if I can find a UK-based one, because at the moment I can only really find a relatively good price Japanese version. Which I'm happy with. If I have to get a Japan version one, then I will. Because it has a much better front cover as well, so I may get Sonic Shuffle at one point next year. We shall see. The Sonic project next year will hopefully look extremely awesome. I hope. Yeah, I've got the bloody lid on, there we go. Anyway, that's the end of Mario Kart Wii. I've got gold in every single trophy because 150cc's is a piece of piss. In all honesty. I mean, it's so easy to get gold in everything. So now, I suppose all that's left to do is say goodbye and go and film some online stuff quickly. Yeah.